the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Huard. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses.
Here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reid to get this one going. And off we go from Cleveland. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
Play action on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Motioning left is their running back. Here's 2nd and 5. That one complete to Njoku. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And it sets up 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And have him gain about a handful there. Justin Reid with the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd down's critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and big old win last week.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 17. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. All to the ground by Jordan Hicks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll get it up to the 27. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Option give here. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3rd and a lone yard Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on first down. Kelsey makes the catch. And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Takes off right out of the read option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll try and throw it here. And he has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On target to Worthy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. They kick the running back in motion. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And his short game gets them a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 2nd and 3 now. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third down from the gun. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Pacheco. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Back to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. They're throwing it. almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. Pretty automatic look for him from the left.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Reed now to kick this one away. To return, Jerome Ford. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Throwing now from the gun. And a man is there to knock that away.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and long for him here. Able to get it to Moore. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. In a sure-handed play there in the rain, he brings in the fair catch without a problem. The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. Tight end going in motion here. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Getting right back to it after that interception. Hits his running back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. run it from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And a fair catch made here at the 17. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. They go play action on first. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got more. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. 3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and short. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 38. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 3rd and short. He'll look to throw. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 6 now. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He'll throw it yet again. Finds his man. It's Worthy. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll throw it again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Running back sent in motion. From the 19. Pacheco hauls it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal. They are throwing it again. The throw is caught. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. And it's the Chiefs with 7 to go here on 3rd down. Man in motion out of the slot. From the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hines. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw now. Judy there to grab it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Judy now in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Moore's got it. This is ahead for about 5. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. 3rd down from the gun. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of them. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll throw to begin this drive. Stays up, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Jordan Hicks takes it away. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Browns going on offense here very late in the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Stays it, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. To the air, 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They have time to look to the end zone first here before they send the field goal unit out. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This from just 23 yards away. Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Reed now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, where you see the final score there. Kirk Cousins, over 300 yards passing in the victory, with a couple of touchdown passes as well. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 2 touchdowns in that game for Tony Pollard. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. On target to Worthy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First and 10 from the 41. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So second down coming up. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They go play action on first. Bails out of the pocket quick, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Running is Pacheco. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, third down. They'll throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. They're out and set, first and 10. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. Throwing now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's go now.
He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the first. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing it again here. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And now they have a first and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more.
And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns put 6 on their side as they reach the end zone. David Njoku, the touchdown. And Brock, I don't think a lot of fans knew that this was on the horizon, but hey, kudos to the stadium team here for having that announcement ready. That completion gives him 491 on the year and breaks Tom Brady's single-season record. On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Browns take the lead on that successful kick. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Finds his fullback. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now looking to throw. Finds the in route complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. This one finds Kelsey. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff for Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. The 27-yard look here. Up and good from Blankenship. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Browns getting their offense out there. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. One of the tight ends motioning right. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And that's going to be knocked away. May have saved a completion there. And that brings us to the end of our 3rd quarter.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. First down carry for Pacheco. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. It's an option to the left side. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. 5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That's now a handful of sacks for the defense and a handful of bruises for the quarterback. Consider this, Kate. Truly elite defenses in this league, well, they average just over 3 sacks a game during an entire season. If you put up 5 in a contest, you're playing like one of the league's best.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. airing it out to start this drive. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Browns football. They're down but not out on the scoreboard. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Here's a throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The visitors are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the second half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. They did it! He made the interception! Juan Thornhill takes it away.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. From the red zone now. Looking, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Moore's got it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. Setting up a throw. Looking for an open man. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Here's an important kick now for Dustin Hopkins. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most, and we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him on the slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Back now, pressure on its way. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Now they send their back in motion right. Desperation time here on 4th. Completes this one to Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a fourth quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here are the Chiefs facing a massive 2-point try. He's throwing for it. Flushed out of the pocket. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
On the return, here's Hines. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Throwing now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second down. Here's an option to the right. Oh, he lost the football. And the Browns pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, I one time had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away.
Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway and trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a
Previous play
turnover.
is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
It's Pacheco on third. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's Ford on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Running back, motioning right. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
second and 4. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was David Njoku. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Here we go, shot.
Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. That throw behind his intended target. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They are throwing it again. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
to number 3.
Offense in the hurry up here. He'll get this to Tillman. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Still sticking with the passing game. Able to get it to Moore. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Complete to Elijah Moore.
2nd and 1. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Throwing now from the gun. Getting out to his left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They send a tight end in motion. First down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cleveland. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. Broke through the tackle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Handoff now from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he's tackled for a short gain. Call it a lone yard on the run. It's going to be 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. Matt Araiza, the one to send it away. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Now this offense getting set to work here. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Here he is to throw. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Setting up to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing the out route complete. This play heads out of bounds. Mark it down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here.
Defense.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here's an important kick now for Dustin Hopkins. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him. He delivers.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. Well, both teams have battled not just each other over 4 quarters, Brock, but these elements as well, and it's not letting up. Overtime is underway. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Here comes their offense out again. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. First throw of overtime now. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that gives the Browns a first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
That's more on the quick slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. A give to Chubb, running left. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
He's running with it. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Browns a first.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Chubb up the middle. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown, lost. The important part, they've got the lead here in overtime after the short field goal. But with how close they got, the touchdown was in play. You gotta hope that you can get the stop here and not live to regret that series stalling out.
Hardman with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. Their defense held at least a little, Brock, but the pressure is still on. They need a field goal to keep this game going or a touchdown to end it.
And I can promise you right now, lie detector test in that huddle, every single one of those guys have asked says, I want a touchdown. I'm not even thinking of a field goal. That should be your mindset to go finish this game right now.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sending a tight end in motion left. From the 35 on 2nd down. This one finds Kelsey. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Gets some space around midfield. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Running back sent in motion. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to be 2nd down. They'll send him over right. 2nd and 10 now. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. So now here's 3rd and 5. They kick the running back in motion. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback.
And the game ends on the interception. Great work by the defense. Juan Thornhill takes it away.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
So the Browns come away with the win. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.